So in class, we talked about how to factor when a does not equal 1, and we've also looked about how to factor when a does equal 1. So this video is going to be about factoring using the box method no matter what a is, because you can use the box method even if a equals 1. So if you're really struggling with remembering which one to use, then I'm going to help you out here and tell you that you can use the box method no matter what. Okay, we're also going to be looking at what you do when you do have a greatest common factor, when a is not equal to 1. So let's look at number 1 first. So we have x squared plus 7x plus 12. So step 1, do we have a greatest common factor? In this one, the answer is no. We do not have a greatest common factor. All right, step 2. Now for step 2, this is when we need to find two numbers that multiply to give us a times c and that add to give us b. Now, in this one, you're going to notice that this is actually what we were doing last week. So I want you to think about, we need two numbers that multiply to give us a times c. In this case, a is 1 and c is 12. So we need to find two numbers that multiply to give us 12 and that add to give us 7. Well, it's the same thing we were doing last week. Two numbers that multiply to give us the last term and add to give us the middle term. Now, my two numbers have to be 4 and 3. So what I'm going to do is I am going to basically break this 7x up into plus 4x plus 3x plus 12. Okay, so I broke the 7x up into the two things that had to add to give it to us. All right, step 3 is to make our box. And fill it in. So I'm going to draw my box. I got to give myself a little bit of room. Let me move this thing out of my way. Put it way up here. We'll split this box up into 4 equal pieces, and I've got to put them in the right spots. So in the top left corner, I put my x squared term. In the right top corner, I put my next term, which is one of the numbers I found, 4x. In the bottom left, I put my other number I found, 3x. And in the bottom right, I put my c value, my 12. Now I take out the greatest common factor. So this is step 4. Take out the greatest common factor of each row and column. So I'm going to be taking out an x for my top row. I'm going to be taking out a 3 for my bottom row. For my first column, I'm going to be taking out an x. For my second column, I'm going to be taking out, wait, that's not right. Why is it not 3? So we know it's not 3. So I apologize for erasing that. What are we going to take out? We're going to take out a 4, okay, because 4 can go out of both ones. Your two factors are x plus 4 times x plus 3. Okay, now to move over, and let's do this one. So I'm not going to write step 1. Again, we know that we're looking for the greatest common factor. So I'm going to look, and I notice that all of my numbers are even. That means that I must be able to take out a greatest common factor. In this case, I'm going to be taking out a greatest common factor of 2. That leaves me with 5x squared minus x minus 36 divided by 2 is 18. All right, so now step 2. I need to find two numbers that multiply to give me Well, I've taken out my 2, so now I'm factoring out just this one in the middle. So they need to multiply to give me 90, or negative 90, and add to give me negative 1. Well, my 2 answers must be negative 10, positive 9. So that means I now have my 2 on the outside, and on the inside I have 5x squared minus 10x plus 9x minus 18. Now for the box. Okay, so we're not going to worry about this 2 out here right now. This 2 is just along for the ride. We factored it out at the beginning. It's just following along. So we are only doing the box for what's on the inside of the parentheses. So this is 5x squared. This is negative 10x. This is positive 9x. And this is negative 18. So for my first row, I can take out a 5x. For my next row, I can take out a 9. All right, for my top column, for my left column, I can't take out a number. The only thing I can take out is an x. And on the left, or on the right, sorry, on the right column, I can take out a negative 2. Is that all I can take out? Yes. Okay, so my 2 factors are 5x plus 9 and x minus 2. And that's my answer for what's in the parentheses. This 2 has to carry down and become part of my answer. So my final answer is 2 parentheses 5x plus 9 x minus 2. That's how you can use the box method, whether a equals 1, whether a equals negative 1, or if you have a greatest common factor. So make sure that you go answer the questions and turn them in on Google Classroom.